Welcome back to the 12th episode of Learn Portuguese with me. So, today's special episode, we're gonna hit the 10-hour mark, and as a result, we are on the first actual page of our Portuguese ebook. And yeah, this is my 100-hour journey. We actually reached 10%, so congratulations. And yeah, we learned a lot. So let's reflect a little bit. What have we done? We started with Portuguese, okay, with this mind map. So we're gonna arrange this in this episode a little bit and make this pretty clean. Then we started with our language islands. We explained the learning methods, okay? And yeah, then what we also achieved, we reached chapter 4. We did this text, this text, this text, this text, and now we are entering chapter 5. What else? Give me one moment. Let's cut out the distraction. Sorry for now. So let's continue. But yeah, also important, cut out the distraction. So important. Flows will only enter without distraction. With a long enough period without distraction. And yeah, this was pretty much it. We got the base. So right now we are actually already able to build basic sentences, okay? Sentences, okay? Then we did like chapter 5, chapter 4, chapter 4 done. And what else? Maybe, yeah, a broad view. Broad view of the language, okay? So, maybe we'll make this also again in clean, but for now it's nice. So what are we gonna focus on in the next 10 hours? I think the first objective will be to continue with our chapters, because these will progress over time. And yeah, chapter 5 or chapter 6, I think, is entering another level. And so we wanna still focus on extensive reading, because extensive reading, you get really all the basics in. And yeah, then we will get to my world later and get a broad view of the rest of the grammar topics, like past, future, imperative, conditional, passive. These are actually in German. I think I'm gonna create this also in English. That's a little more easy. And then about the pronomen, pronoun, then how to build questions, and yeah, how to do comparisons. Yeah, so this will be the next focus point between the 10th and the 20th hour, and we're gonna focus on this. Okay, you will see this later. So what we're gonna focus on, continue chapter, and I also want to try get a deep dive into pronunciation. And yeah, so, but other things, but yeah, we're still continuing with our language islands, and also with our mind map. But yeah, we're gonna look at this every 10 hour to reflect a little bit. And yes, porque sou grato. No, you really have to be grateful for the things you learned, but some because sometimes you can you can lose the feeling of the sense of making progress. But if you reflect time by time, you see that you actually make progress. Okay? So, all right. So, in this episode, we are continuing, and maybe with more speed, to get more input with our fifth story. A escola e a aprendizagem. Okay? So, let's go. A escola é uma parte muito importante da minha vida. The school is a very important part of my life. Como já sabes, sabes looks like sapere. Okay, which is to know, the infinitive of to know in Italian. So sabes and es is, I think, let's check if this second person singular or second person plural. So it's as you know, as you already know. And yeah, what we're gonna also do in this chapter, in this episode, I hope we have enough time to order and arrange these new to have a good base, right? Really, like 10 hours ago, we had this, but now imagine the next 10 hours with this base. So we don't have to use the time for creating this. Like how many hours have we ChatGPT'd, okay? And now this is our base, and yeah. So what do we want to look at? Sabes. So okay. So it's singular, and sabes. Okay, it's plural. Okay, this is pretty nice. As you know, so second person singular. As you know, I study in a school in Porto, and I spend there most a big part of my day. Quando chego à escola, chego have to be something like when I go or something like this. Escola, encontro, I meet os meus colegas e os meus professores. So I meet my mates and my teacher. Before the classes, is this third person plural? They are eating? They eat? They eat? And now this is... Yeah, if this would be comicheramos, this would be like we eat, but they eat. We are having conversation about football, music, and films about what fizemos no dia anterior. What fizemos? Yeah, the previous in the previous day, but I don't know this word. I have multiple or variety. I have a variety. I have different. I have different subjects during a semana, the week. Some are. This is third person plural. Some. This is like from to be, actually, I think. São. Here it is. São. Some are fasces. Maybe fasces is from facile or facile. Facile. Très facile. Facile. Oh, yeah. Facile in Italiano or facile en français. So less, but this could also be just a verb. And now we have second person. Why do I write this? Maybe second person single, plural right now. AES. Some are less or more. Is mais less or more? Let's check this later. It's usually more, but what means less? Mais. Faixes para mim. Other are. No, it's yeah, difficile. It's difficile. Difficile or difficile. So this is more or more difficult, and this is more easy. I have various classes during the week. Some are more easy for me, and others are more difficult. I like a lot English because I want to speak with persons, with people from other countries. Also, I like history because adore is like adore. I adore. Yeah, this is English. I adore. Like, I really love, because I really love to learn about the past and about different cultures. Maths. Mathematics. Why nem? I don't see the point why they write nem here. Let's check this later. Maths, sempre is Italiano, sempre. Always. Math is always easy, but I don't know about this. Nem. Mas o menos. Mas, because in Italiano it's ma and in French is me. So this could be, but this could also be less. Let's check this later, but this could also be just but. But, tento, I tend, melhorar, but I melhorar, I progress. I tend to progress every day. But let's check this later. My professor say that it's more important that my teachers say that more important is to continue practice and not desistir cuando I think don't give up when algo from alguna something parece difícil, when something is hard. My teachers say that that it's important to continue to practice and don't give up when something is difficult. My best friend Tiago is very oftentimes oftentimes in the same this looks like same in the same rule classes que eu. Also que is also important than I. This is a comparison, okay? So we can see that, or make the theory, we can check it later, that you build the comparison in Portuguese with que. So esta e oftentimes in the same order than or that I am. That, yeah, I think. We're gonna look at it later. When temos when we have a group work. When we have a group work, we like to work together. We help ourselves, and we learn new things. Cosa, always thing, novas. During the breaks, we play football in I don't know, or simply speak with other mates. These moments are divertente, come in italiano, divertente, divertitos, e help us a descansar entre between the classes, are descansar, I don't know, to relax. When I go chego a casa, I make my homeworks there in my room on my desk. Then or after I study a little bit for the tests. It's always funny, divertido, but I know that learning is important for my future at school and the school teaches me, so I think insignia, this looks like teaches me also in the context. I don't learn apenas. I don't know. I learn to work with other people and solve problems and be more responsible. Also nice to see. I think we saw this the first time that resolver. Ser mesh. So no. But we see this ser. It's the infinitive. I think we saw this the first time. And to be more responsible. Responsable. Okay. Yeah. Nice. This was also all-time high level. Pretty long text, and we did it pretty quick. So let's again not look at these words. This is quite fast. All right. So, escola is the school. Aprendizagem is like the apprentissage. Aprendimento is like the learning. Colegas are the mates, classmates. Professor is the teacher. Disciplinas are subjects. Fácil is easy. Difícil is hard, difficult. Culturas and cultures. Matemática is maths. Mejorar is to approve, not improve. Practicar is to practice. Desistre is to maybe hesitate, to give up. Desist, okay. Trabajo en grupo is like group work, group project. Ayudar is like to help. Intervalo is like the break. Recreo is like to recreate. Playgroup, okay. Recreo. Teste is like the test. Futuro is future. Resolve problems is to solve problems. Responsible is responsible. Alright. And what do we have else? Oops. I haven't seen this. Porque gosto usá-lo de inglês? Porque João quero falar com personas como personas. Oh, I heard the ambulance. Grupo personas. I don't see the word for personas. Yeah. No, porque João gosta de falar com personas de outros países. Que disciplinas é por vezes difícil para o João? Que disciplinas por às vezes, so sometimes, às vezes é não sei que I don't know how to respond. I don't know what to say. I don't actually know from the text what are the subjects for him. What yeah, but we're gonna look at this later. What is learning João além das matérias escolares? Além? Okay, além. I also don't know what learning João além of the what's learning João of the school things. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna look at this later. So, chego. Quando chego à escola? So, let me get this. Not this. Alright. Hey chat, can you give me all translation for the underlined words? Right. Give him one moment. Quando chego à casa. I don't know how to. I don't know what to say. Não sei o que dizer.
Não sei o que dizer. Não sei o que dizer.
Não sei o que dizer. Não sei o que dizer. Não sei o que dizer. Vamos. Podes falar? So. Can you speak more slowly? Mas podes falar mais devagar? Consigo falar mais devagar? Consigo falar. Can you speak less slowly? Menos. Ah, okay. Mais is like plus or più. So more. And consigo menos devagar. And Speak faster? Mais rápido, rápido. Okay, rapid. Okay. Chego, I arrive. Comiscerem, they begin. Do we have this? One moment. Here. Comiscerem, chego. Chego is I arrive. Comiscerem is begin, start. O que fizemos, what we did. Fizemos, okay, fizemos is from do. Fizemos is from fare. From fare, not really from fare. It's from to make. Yeah, fazemos. Okay. Fizemos, but I don't see fizemos. Okay. Okay. Mais faceis. Easier. Mas tento me rola os dedos para my tento. Tento, okay. So tento is like je sais or provo di migliorare tutti I giorni. J'essaie de améliorer moi-même tous les jours. Desistre, to give up. Desistre. Yeah. Algo is something. Mesmas aulas, the same. Me, so mesma. Okay. Descansar, to rest. Okay, I think we actually got this. No. Crazy where we are. We're actually at our first chat. Ew! So crazy, guys. Realize where we have come, really. This is dope. This is dope. This is also the first chat. Pretijo. Okay, pretijo is also I need. Because I also saw this, I think, here sometimes. Pretijar. So it looks like precise or the precision, but it's like crazy word. Yeah, what do we have? Mesmas ensina, teaches me, ensina, yeah, okay. Apenas, only, okay. Apenas, I think it's also like in Italian, appena. Chego à escola às 8. I arrive, okay. I think this was the final sign that we should go back to our text and read through it once more, okay? At school, this school is an important part of my life. As you know, or as you already know, I study in a school in Porto and pass there a big part of my day. When I Chego arrive at school, Chego. This is actually funny because do you know Chego? I don't know when you have been born, but Chego, I show you. But she's written with an A S. Now I show you Chego, okay? This is Chego, but she's written with S. But we can actually make a nice bridge out of it, like Chego and Chego. So again, hey chat, give me a quick overview of the word chego in Portuguese. So the infinitive and the most important forms. Chego. So, chego. Let me get the pronunciation. Chego.
Chego.
So, chego. Chegar. Okay, chegar. So let me get this pronunciation also. Chego a casa. I arrive home.
Chego a casa.
Okay. So, yeah, I think this is a nice bridge because Chego is arriving, and this is always what's happening. I think in Kim Possible. Kim Possible should do something, and something good, and then Chego is arriving and only make problems. Okay, so yeah, this is completely nice. So this will be, I think we will know this, remember this till the end of our days. So, what is actually the pardon of chegare or chego in Italian and French? Arrivare and arriver. Peut-être. Arrivare und arriver. Okay. And also, I found real quick a new word for our peut-être or magari, maybe. Peut-être. Is peut-être maybe? I think peut-être was maybe. So let me maybe. Talvez. Italian? Forse, yeah, you can also say forse. But this should be peut-être. Yeah, peut-être. Falsches. What was it again? Talvez? Talvez? So, yeah, this is just one little word, but maybe we get a little sentence out of it. Where we have been? Okay, we have been here. Where we have been? Okay, so when I arrive at school, I meet my mates and my teachers before the classes. Before the classes start. Okay, yeah, now it makes sense. Third person plural. Before the class started. Before the classes starts. We are talking about football, music, and films, about what we fizemos in what we did. Okay. So it's for sure to make, but it looks like fizemos, but it looks actually like the. So, what we did in the day earlier? Okay, so what we did in the day earlier, or what we earlier did. So this is past, and this is what I meant with the stories and the chapters are slowly progressing over time. So I think I stumbled across the first instance of the past. I don't know if it's the simple past, but there is the word like we are making or we make, like fazemos, and what we did is like fizemos. Fazemos, chegar, arrivar, arriver. They have the same meaning, but they come from different. Fazemos. Oh, but this is nice to see. He actually transcribed my pronunciation right. Yeah, exactly. Just found one more. Yeah. The simple past. We did fish fash. Okay. Give me a quick overview about this tense. So, we're gonna look at it about the first. We're starting with the simple past. So, preterito preferito. Simple past. Past. Okay. Alright. Completed actions in the past. So, comi. Okay, fizemos isso. Ontem eu estudei. Signal words ontem hoje de manhã, na semana passada, há 2 dias já. Yeah, 2 days ago, last week, what we did on the weekend, I think, or the day, au dia antérieur, was in the text. A key difference is that Portuguese use the simple past where modern French and our compound past. Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. Like Italian and French, I really like the compound past, like the passé composé or passato prossima. So it was like abbiamo. We had done. We had done. Okay, and this is like we're done, kinda. Like this uses like, this is avere, so it's like we have plus past participle, so it was compounded, and this is also like the first verb you have to conjugate, and the second verb is like an infinitive, but the past participle, so it was pretty easy, but this, yeah, looks a little bit different. Okay, we got the first gaze of it. I think in the next instances we're gonna study this a little more deeper. So let's delete this because we got all of this. But from the sense, yeah, it's nice. Fizemos in the day earlier. I have different subjects during the week. Some are easier. Verstehst? Verstehst is maybe the plural. Let me check this. Not fácil. Maybe this is the plural. Yeah. Sick. Okay, sick. This is the plural. Some are. This is a sign of plural. Are more easy. For me, others are less easy. I really like English. Gosto muito de inglês porque eu quero falar com pessoas. This is like persons, like pessoas, not personas, that's personas de outros países. Também, I also like history because I really like to learn about the past and about different cultures. Maths is always easy. But why is a matematica sempre nem? What does this nem mean? Sempre me gustas. Oh, crazy. Nem. Okay, nem is not. But where does this negation come from? Quite interesting. Really little important. Not even. Okay, nem sempre. Okay, this is like nem sempre. Nem todos gostam de café. Not everyone. Not okay. Eu nem sei. I don't even know. Nem eu. Me neither. Nem okay. Não gosto de café nem de chá. I don't like coffee or tea. Nem de, okay. Okay, I think we have to stumble across it a few more times to let this sink in. Math. Okay, so also to the question, what que discipline por vezes sometimes difficult for João é matemática ou disciplina é matemática. Hey. So yeah, it's so nice this session. Math is not always easy, but I try to improve every day. My professors say that it's important to continue to practice and don't give up when algo something parece Parece. When it seems,
Parece.
parece. It appears, something like, it appears, parece. Parece difícil. Okay, also like this, we did quite good. My best friend Thiago is oftentimes in the same classes than I. When we have group work, we like to work together, we help us and learn different things, new things. During the breaks, we play football in the playground, recreo, in the playground, or simply falamos, talk with people out of other classes. These moments are funny and help me to. This was actually relaxed, huh? Disciplinas. Disciplinas. Diz isto. Where was this? Praticar, huh? What was? Descansar. No, this was actually in chat. I saw this. To chill, to relax. What's happening? I don't know. Don't mind. Yeah, but it helps to relax. Entre is during, in between the classes. When I arrive at home, I make my homework in my room or at my desk. Then, or after I study a bit for my tests. Then I study a little bit for my test. So the poise from the last episode is either after or then. But in this sense, makes after I study a little bit for tests. There is something missing. When there would be after I study a little bit for my tests, I go out, then it would be fine. But there's just like then I study a little bit for my tests. Nem, okay, nem is like not always funny, but I know that learning is important for my future. At school, I learn multiple things. I don't learn only materials. I don't learn only like materials. I also learn to work with other people and solve problems and be more responsible. Yeah, sick. All right, I think we reached all-time high. This is a clear sign of all-time high. We finished the longest, I think one of the longest texts, but the most difficult text in the least time. Yeah, this is nice. This feels nice. So, for the rest of the episode, we are gonna melhorar set un peu, un poco. So, this maybe should be done. Okay, this is nice. What do we have here? We have here our Pareto principle. I think we're gonna delete them for now. We're gonna use them if we need them again for demonstration purposes. All right. So the numbers are not really. Should we add these? Come on, let's add these. But where should we add these? Well, let's look at the other things. The contractions. Portuguese contractions. Dadurch, das. Okay. Stress. Okay. Okay, I think we need a big new category. But where should we put this? I think we should put this here. Pronunciation. There we have stress. You can also use like this. So okay, one screenshot rule is stress, or where to give the pronunciation. Maybe this is not 100% correct, but esto, this and that. I think we're gonna put this in our language islands. This also contractions. Maybe we find later a different place for this, but for now we're gonna put them there. Contraction, because this is actually not the right term for it. But for now I think it's fine, and we have to know where we can find these, and under contraction it's pretty simple for us. And then we also have, this is also language islands, and this should also be language islands. All right. Yeah, for now this is okay, but only for now. I hope you guys are not worse than me with perfectionism, because this, okay, this looks actually very terrible. This word is standing like there, lowly. Contraction, yeah. So let me get these, copy, and then get them here. How to can't I? Why do I can't copy these? Is this not possible? But why? How can I paste them here? What if I make like this? Wait, this is crazy. Ah, okay. Think we need to go here. What is happening here, guys? What is happening here? Okay, it will not work, so maybe this is actually the time to delete this. And yeah, we're gonna stumble across these from time to time, and then we will add these again. Because if they are important, we're gonna stumble across these. But yeah, this looks more nice. And this is also work you sometimes have to do to clean up for a better learning experience. Okay, so how to get this cleaned up? So, mais devagar, podes falar mais devagar. So, let's make something like shoutouts. Let's put these here. Let's make shoutouts. I don't know how we really gonna shout. Oh, it's spelled like this. And little words. Maybe add here later questions, but let us get this now. We have maybe. We have shoutouts or something like this. Let's go. Then what do we have else as an example? Apropos. Look at me. Help me. This is little words. This is, I think I would say this is like a shout, little words. Pretty good for now. I think that shout outs. Yeah, but this could also be expressing opinion. But for now, maybe questions and statements. Okay, I think. Can you repeat this? Can I say? What does this word mean? Explain this, please. I'm here to help you. How to say? I don't know, I don't understand. Alright, this is nice. I like this. Alright, guys, I think we are done. Yeah, and damn, congratulations. We reached 10.5% already, almost already. And yeah, with this we are ending this episode. So guys, yeah, we see us. Até a próxima.